Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the video podcast brought to you every single week by Madness Records. Now, as you know, this is episode 1 of season 3. 3 fucking seasons, mental. And as I promised, it is a 2-part, so this is part 1 of an episode that we're going to have later on down the line with this group. So today with me, I have 2 members from the band of Surviving December. You're right, guys, how you doing?
Very good, mate. You?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Living the fucking dream and absolutely loving it. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and the music that you do to the people out there who may not be aware of what it is that you deliver?
Okay, well, we sort of coin ourselves as a sort of a pop punk band, but with a bit of an edge. We've been going on and off for about 17 years in one form or another.
17 years.
Kid you not? Yeah, it's been a long one. I used to have hair back when the band first started, but that's long since gone. So it sort of fitted out for a while, and then during lockdown, just sort of sat down and started re-recording all the old tracks and sent them about to people, and everyone wanted to get involved, and here we are. Basically, we are doing what we did back then, but we brought it a bit more modern, and even added elements from like inspirations like Dire Straits. So not many pep bands can say they've tried to follow Census Fail and Dire Straits in a track. We can.
Wow, that is definitely impressive. That is 17 years. That's absolutely mental.
Yeah, it feels, and I can feel it as well.
You can feel it. Right, so do you have any plans musically for next year then?
Gemma is doing her best to book anything and everything, but getting all the gigs is really difficult.
Yeah.
I can say we are starting to record again very, very soon. We started demoing ideas the other day. Well, that's exciting because I actually took a listen to your latest album release. I'm actually been listening to it at the moment. So The Narrative, that's what it was called, yeah? Yeah, some of the songs on there have been like really good. I have really enjoyed it. Like my favorite one so far is like Fade and Connected. Those 2 are my favorite so far that I've listened to, so they're really good. So really enjoying them. Definitely, I don't know, it just seems to kind of punch through a little bit. It's like kind of in your face a little bit, but you're like, oh, hello. I'm kind of jamming along to this. I can listen to this whilst I'm driving to my 9 to 5.
Do you know, like when we go on, Mark, go on.
I was only going to say, I'm glad you said those 2 songs, because Connected is reminiscent of us as an old band, and Fade is one of the newer ones that was written within this sort of like time frame.
Well,
Yeah.
That shows the span of the band.
Wow, okay, that was definitely a good one to pick then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What were you going to say then, Gemma?
Yeah, so when we like practice Connected, especially for me, I love doing that one live. It just it's so jumpy and like bouncy. It just gets us going. Like, and I just think when we play it, it just sounds amazing.
Just sounds amazing. Yeah, definitely.
Sounds amazing.
Just sounds amazing. So, what are the influences that you've got that got you into doing music? I mean, I know after 17 years, that's going to be quite a list, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, go back to my childhood, and we're talking Phil Collins, Bryan Adams, Dire Straits. I passed my GCSE in music playing Sultans of Swing, and then I got into Blink-182, Linkin Park, and then the sort of new metal scene with the Papa Roach and all that, Newfound Glory, then sort of more pop punky, Census Fail, and yeah, I thought I'd throw it all into the mix and see what I can come up with.
Yeah. But for me, like when I was growing up, like my mum always used to listen to like Adam and the Ants and like George Michael and yeah. And then like as I started like listening to my own stuff, like it was Paramore, Newfound Glory, Blink, like Mark's gonna laugh at me now because I say this all the time, but I absolutely love Hayley Williams. Like even her new stuff, the slower, more melodic, like acoustic-y stuff. I just love it. And her voice is just a massive inspiration. And also like Lacey Sturm from Flyleaf.
Right.
I love Lacey Sturm.
I can't say I've heard of them personally myself, although I'm kind of.
You've just offended her now.
That's all right. That's all right. I usually wait to offend the guests until later on in the interview. So the fact that I've managed to get it this soon is actually top notch. But doesn't mean you're safe. I'm still going to try my best to offend you later on down the line.
Well, you need to check out Flyleaf. They're really, really good.
Okay, well, send me a link and I'll give it.
Okay.
I'll check it out. Maybe, perhaps.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, I actually do listen to all the music that gets submitted. I do listen to all of it that does get submitted to me. I can't, it's the only way that you can discover new music and, actually trying to get appreciation for what people do. You're like, oh, okay, no, okay, yeah, I can jam with this, or no, that's a bit shit. I ain't gonna delete that from my search history so I don't get recommended ads for it.
Yeah.
So, is there anyone out there who you would love to do a collaboration with your music? Like anyone in the world, artist, band, dead or alive?
Oh,
if
God.
you want to say me, that's absolutely
really
fine.
hard.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to collab, yeah, that's sound. We'll go with you number one. And I mean, for me, I think I'd love to sit and write lyrics with people like Chris Rowe of the Ataris or Buddy Nelson from Sense of Spell, because personally, lyrically, I don't think you can get any better. And for guitar work, I mean, a few people have said that I play like Mark Knopfler, which to me is a massive compliment. But to actually sort of jam with him would be something else. And obviously, Travis Barker just basically plays with anyone in the pop punk scene. So maybe one day.
Yeah, I've been hearing that name quite a lot recently, Travis Barker. Yeah. I've been hearing that name quite a lot. So, what about you then, James?
I think I would love to. It would never happen, obviously, but Fleetwood Mac as well.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So two kind of very different ideas. I would have thought it would have been like kind of unison, like straight away, like one, but a little bit of division in the band. I see.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of it's all centered around the same sort of thing. I mean, we say Blink-182, but Chris would say Angels and Airwaves. But yeah, we all, like my brother and me as well, we all listen to Fleetwood Mac and the older stuff as well. But we also listen to the Newfound Glories of the world. So though there is a lot of division over whose like percentages are up in one than the other, we're all basically on the same page, which kind of makes our lives a lot easier. For the first time ever, bearing in mind we did through lockdown, so most of the songs were started by one person and everyone just added, to actually get in a practice room and go, well, this is an idea, everyone start throwing in the mix. It's the first time we ever did that was Sunday. And the fact that we bounced off each other so well, not in a suggestive way, obviously, but like creatively.
I bet it wasn't a suggestive way, really, but you don't want to say it.
But it was just I mean, I suppose there's a bit of hesitancy there, like thinking, oh, we've never like written like this for so many years, and obviously the drummer is new to the mix. We and Gemma's new to this sort of like foundation of Surviving December. Me, Chris, and my brother Jason have gone back years. So to put these extra members into it and just to see what would come out, it just worked. I mean, it just worked so unbelievably well. I was amazed. I've just been listening back to what Gemma's other half recorded there. If you didn't know it wasn't written, you'd think it was a song already. I was that surprised of it.
I'm intrigued now. Can I get a little sample of that? Can I take a little listen?
I'm sure Gemma can send you something across.
I can send you something.
Don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I ad-libbed the words a little bit in the chorus. I was just trying things out. But yeah, everything else is pretty much sounding almost there.
I'm looking forward to taking a listen to that then. So I get exclusive access to take a listen to
very exclusive.
First one.
Of course, even named.
I'll tell you what, if I had a shave, you'd see me blush from that. Stop it, guys. So can you explain, well, obviously because there's so many of you in the band and you just mentioned that you've just gotten back together recently in the practice room working on new stuff and all that sort of stuff. Can you explain the creative process with how you guys do with when you create your music, when you get the ideas to molding it together to when you finally get it out there to release?
Well, predominantly for the album that's just been, I mostly started them. So most of the tracks on there, like Fade, Falling Apart, Ice is Too Thick. I think all of them, apart from Stay and Connected, actually, I started with me and a guitar, and then I would send the basic demo guide track to each member of the band, and they would add their spin, sort of like bolster it up a little bit, and then it would go off to our producer, who would do unspeakable things with a laptop, and we'd get back
Unspeakable
what we got
things
back.
of a laptop.
Who knows? But yeah, so it sort of went through that sort of process. So then we had one recently. This is the one we're talking about. Chris sent us an idea of what he had for a song.
Right.
We just sat there and sort of mocked this thing up, and we chose to try that one as our next attempt at a single. And we were just stood there, and it just sort of rolled. It goes, "Oh, these are the chords," and we just played it. My brother was just doing weird things with the bass, and the drummer was just going absolutely nuts and like building on all the foundations. It was like in overdrive.
Of course,
So
the drummer was
nice.
going nuts. I mean, that's all that drummers do, isn't it? They just see the drum kit and go, "Oh, me drummer, me drum, bang, bang, bang."
Yeah, basically. He looked like he was giving it some thought, and then he just started like headbanging, and his hair's going all over the place.
Doesn't sound like a drummer to me.
It's all slow motion L'Oreal kind of style stuff.
And he is a hairdresser, so
yeah.
He did have a bouncy kind of like feel to his hair as he was like
a bouncy kind of feel to his hair.
You'll see when I send you it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, send that to me. I want to have a little look at that. So, where can like the people at home watching this or listening to this, where can they connect with you online if they want to drop in, say hi, or check out your stuff?
We have actually got our own website.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're literally
You forgot about that.
So we're literally on like all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Bandcamp. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer.
You don't have to name all the streaming platforms. You don't have to name all of them.
If you want to find us, you'll find us there.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't find us with the word "surviving" in December, you're not looking hard enough. Put it that way. But sadly, if you go to Twitter, you get me on the other end, which you just don't want.
Right.
Anywhere else you might find Gemma.
Well, if you at home, if you missed where you can catch these guys, which I'll be surprised if you did, then as always, I have their links dangling, their handles dangling down on the screen, so you can write it down, make a note, try catch them out, and yeah, do it like a Pokemon Go. Try and catch them all. Try and catch all their social media. Give them all a follow on everything. So, what is the one thing that you know now that you wish you could have said to your younger self at the start of your music career?
If you listen to the song "Set It Off," it's written about just this subject. And so in that, I wrote, just to bring up that song, we wanted something really, really fast. It was one of the most recent one we wrote, and this has been in my head for ages, this sort of melody and speed and construction of the track. And I thought, if we're starting the narrative, the story of the character, why not start it as the story of how this band came to be? So the words in it, fall off stage but jump back laughing. That happened to me at the Lime Tree in Paynton. I tripped over a lead and went ass over tit and had to get back up and just keep going. But
I would love to have seen that.
Yeah, it was quite amusing.
It was funny.
I used to drum and sing for Surviving December when it first started. Then we got a drummer in who, ironically, is now our producer. And I could then get a microphone and leap around like a lunatic. And that my first time doing that and leads, and yeah, it just was a recipe for disaster. So that worked out. But also in that song is don't give up. Don't give in to words of doubt. Have the guts to sing out loud, which is basically just go for it. It doesn't matter what other people think. You make music for yourself. Every song written is someone's favorite track. It's all just how you get it to them. So I really wish I never gave up when I did, or put it on hiatus when I did. I should have kept it going. I'm 37 now. I was, I was in my early 20s and all that back then. I should have kept going.
What about you, Gemma, then? Anything insightful to add?
Well, I'm like quite new to being in bands. Like, when did I join? About a year and a half ago, nearly 2
Too
years.
long ago.
But well, about a year and a half when it started up.
Yeah, and like before that, I kind of like never even thought about being a band. Like Jason taught me to play guitar when I was younger, and when I had kids and stuff, I just kind of like didn't have time to do it. So I would probably say like have time to focus on your instrument and work on being better at what you do, really. Because now that I've started playing again, like I just love it so much. Like, why did I stop? So
Yeah, not as insightful as Mark's answer, but it will do. And as per everyone, I mean, I know I say this like near enough nigh on every single week, but if you are a new artist or you're new to a band or you're just starting up a band and you're just getting into the music industry, listen to the advice that my guests give you every single week because they have been in the shoes that you are currently walking. The advice that they give you is free. And as I mentioned a couple of episodes when I was talking to the band Morgana, where we were slagging music academies, I won't charge you for the service. It's free. It's free. Take the advice, listen to it, because you never know by listening to the advice, it will actually help you a hell of a lot in the long run. Just, yeah.
I would also say as well, sorry, sorry.
It's all right.
Keep on with social media. Like, social media is your friend. Like,
social media is not my friend.
You just need to post so much. Like, our label, they found us obviously through a radio station, an online radio station, and one of the things that they said attracted them to us was our presence on social media, and like because we were posting like constantly, weren't we?
You were, yeah.
Well, yeah, I was.
See, that is the main issue that I hear a lot is especially with a lot of people that I've interviewed over the last couple of seasons is that they wish they knew the importance and the significance of social media as it stands today, and that if they had kept up posting constantly and doing this and doing that, they would have built up their fan base a hell of a lot more, which that is true because you do need to have a heavy social media presence just to be able to break through that noise. As long as you don't pay for promoters, those scumbags ain't going to get your money.
No.
I see you shaking your head there, Jamie. You kind of agree with me there.
So many people you see on, because I've joined quite a lot of like the pop punk groups and stuff on Facebook, and they say, "Oh, DM me, send me your music, you'll get radio play." So you send them stuff, and then it's
my
like,
favorite one. My favorite one on that, actually talking about that, is the one on the. I'm not going to name the page because I'm a member on it as well. It's actually how I think I found you guys, by having an advert put up about getting guests in on the show. One thing I keep seeing the same post that every single day is we're having changing up our playlist. Send your stuff in to be featured on college underground radio. Okay, what college? What underground radio?
Exactly.
What this? What that? Come on, give me some details. Or are you just trying to scam?
As soon as you send them stuff, though, they're like, they want your money. They want your money to play your music.
I want $500.
Yeah,
play your music.
The worst one I saw, Gemma submitted to one, and they messaged.
Oh, Gemma, you didn't.
Band and... No, it was on a post.
Everywhere.
It was like basically it was one of those posts, just drop your track here for everyone to have a listen kind of post. It's like, as you would. She went ahead and did it. I got this random message from someone going, long spiel. Your music didn't wow me. And I was looking at it thinking, I don't fucking want to wow you. You contacted me to tell me that. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah. And then, who the fuck are you?
Exactly. So then, I told Gemma about it. I said, I'll just ignore. And I gave the name of the account. We don't want to speak to them again. But again, we got posted on another one of their things. Somehow they'd had another one. Same track. You've made the playlist. I must have wowed them with the same song that they didn't like the first time, and I was just looking at it, I was thinking, you know what, mate, I don't
just
honestly
fucking
care.
do one. Yeah.
They're probably
We
on their
don't have to have
period
this
or something.
conversation for one play.
Period. Oh, fuck, I almost knocked my mic over there. Oh, yeah, most probably on their period. Fucking bots and scammers. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. The way they just try and take advantage of people. I can't. Oh, grinds my gears.
Yeah.
For one play, sometimes one play on a bot that they probably got set up in their bedroom, just playing round and round in circles.
Yeah.
Don't need it.
And now moving on, before I lose all of my temper talking about these scammers and bots anymore, because I can feel my blood boiling. What is the message that you would like to give your fans out there if they're watching this, listening to this, or just having it playing on in the background?
I would try and encourage a listen to the album and the story that the album carries. And that essentially is it starts off, be happy with yourself, find then what makes you happy, take that with you, go out into the world, and just fuck everything else off, in a sense. You know, you don't need to deal with the bullshit, you don't need to listen to other people's opinions, you don't need to care how other people think. You just need to do you and get on with it, and just, smile with a middle finger up at the rest of the world. Just have fun.
Yeah. I actually really like that answer quite a lot. Most people, they just they just say like, oh yeah, like we love you, like come, like keep checking out our stuff, keep supporting us, all that. But that I like that answer a hell of a lot. It was just like, yeah, just smile, put your middle finger up, fuck you, I don't care what you think of me, fuck you. Right, guys. We are now going to be moving into the most serious part of the interview now. If everybody at home, if you've watched and listened to all of my previous episodes, you kind of know where I'm going with this, but I'm assuming you two haven't seen an episode yet, so you're kind of not sure what to expect. Right, but that's fine. That's fine. I won't judge you. Judging you silently. So we are moving into the most serious part of the interview, where some of the questions that I ask, they are important, just to get your perspective on how things are. They will most likely make you feel uncomfortable. I would say I apologize for that, but fuck you, I don't care. I don't care if I make you feel uncomfortable. That's the point. If you want to stop these difficult questions at any time, you can say, and I will ignore you, because there is no safe word. I will carry on.
Okay? I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Mark's intrigued. Gemma is nervous. Both ends of the spectrum there. So I like that. So are you ready for your first serious, important question? Now, bear in mind, the answer that you give to the start of these will kind of play out to how the rest of the questions go.
Okay.
Yeah? Right. If animals could talk, which one would be the most boring to talk to?
A cat. It wouldn't talk back, would you? It doesn't care. It absolutely fucking ignores us anyway. So if it could talk, it wouldn't. So a cat.
I think I'd probably choose like a seagull or something.
A seagull? What? Just so you can shout chips, like nick food off of people. like
they're professional thieves. They are professional thieves from the sky.
They would have
rats with wings.
But they would have good. I mean, they must have technique. They must have intelligence to be able to do the shit they do. But they know the locals, so like they don't try it with me. But they know,
I'm not trying to remark.
Oh no, the bird whisperer there. Fuck off.
37 years, one seagull's tried to steal from me, and it didn't. But if I'm stood next to a tourist, they're leaving without their chips. It's just hysterical. They know. They've got insight. Trust me.
Did you like how I got that whole thing set up there and then just asked you that ridiculous question there? I got you
Yeah.
kind of pumped up, yeah. I saw you getting proper nervous throughout that whole bit and then just go, huh? The fuck?
You had me, I've got to be honest.
That's good. That's good. It's always nice to have a little bit of humor to get you through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the adrenaline pumping.
Yeah, exactly. Get the adrenaline pumping. So, what is the most trouble that you have been in? Now, bear in mind, nothing illegal. I don't want the police come knocking on your door because you've got yourself indicted in something. So, try and keep
Oh,
it
I
PG.
know. So
okay.
when I was about 10, me and my brother were arguing in his bedroom, and I got really angry with him and stabbed him in the head with a pen.
No.
And yeah, and he had to go hospital and have like stitches and stuff. And I said to him like, please don't tell mum and dad, please don't tell mum. So he kind of bribed me for like a whole year because, oh, I'm not going to tell if you don't do this, then I'll tell mum that you stabbed me in the head with a pen. And it went on for a year. And then when mum and dad found out, I was in so much trouble.
What about you, Mark? What's the most trouble you've been in?
I think it was a funny one. It was me and Chris, actually. He had a moped. He just got it, and we decided we were going to ride it near an abandoned campsite.
I can see where
And
this is
scared
going.
a horse. It scared a horse, and this guy charged after us on this horse, and he caught me and a mate on foot. Chris bolted back home with his moped, and he called the police, and he was like threatening that his horse was going to cut us down and all this, that, and the other. Policeman turned up and went, "I've got it." And this guy goes, "Do you want statements? I'll do this." He goes, "I've got it. Go." Turn around to us and goes, I bought a motorbike today myself. I understand. It's great fun, isn't it? That's pretty much a private road, and I don't give a fuck, guys. Go home, have fun." And that was the end of it. It was just funny. This guy was absolutely raging. Just shut him straight down.
Oh wow. So
were you on the back of the moped?
Yeah, were you on the bitch seat? Yeah, actually, that's a very good question, Gemma. That is actually a very good question. Were you on the bitch hitch?
We took turns in it. That's what got the guy so angry. So, like, one of us come down the moped and went back, then the next one did and went back. But the
one
fact that
done the
police
reach
officer
around,
had to
then the other one done the reach around.
Wasn't big enough, unfortunately. We had to sort of like had to be lonely. It was a one person only deal, like a lot of my life so far. But yeah, it's the fact that police officers had to go around to the parents afterwards and go, "Yeah, they've been riding mopeds, but we don't care." And like, oh, it's one of those.
Fuck's sake. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Fuck me. So, in the 17 years or the last two years or so that you've been with the band, Gemma, what is the favorite song that you like to perform when you're performing it live?
Probably Set It Off.
Right.
Because I sing on it, so I can like get a bit more involvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's quite a fast song. Of course. No, because I've got a microphone in front of me. Like when I'm not singing, like obviously I'm playing guitar, but I'm doing both in this song, so I'm just a little bit more involved. And it's quite fast paced, and it gets everyone going. And actually, probably like 8 times out of 10, we fuck up the song when we're practicing. So when we actually get it right live, like it's like, yes, we did it.
Fair enough. What about you, Mark?
At the moment, I'm probably going to go with Saved by Summer. It was I'm one of these people. I don't stick to a script, and
like
original
me.
Surviving December. Yeah, probably. But like original Survivor December, and this is where most people, if they're in a band or a vocalist, are going to look blankly at the screen right now. I never used to write words. I would go like connected. First verse, I need to sing about this randomly. And I would just ad lib the entire set all the time. It used to drive Chris up the wall. He used to go pale with nerves because he didn't know if I was going to be able to sing anything because I didn't know the words to our songs. I never wrote them. But now I can't do that because it's recorded, it's an album, and there's people that I'm singing with, so I've got to do that, but not the guitar. So in Saved by Summer, I am free to, because it's like a lead part, like again, that sort of Knopfler style, sort of like finger picky, flowy stuff. I don't need to think about it. I can just make it up as I go. And when we were on stage at Brighton, trying to get the volume set right, because it's quite quiet at the start, I had to sort of like balance my foot to try and like turn the volume of the guitar up a little bit. And as I was doing that, I was just picking this random selection of notes just to try and sort of like ease it in. It sounded so nice, and I just went in with the main riff as it was all coming up, just made the intro a bit longer, and it just made it sound so much better. I love being able to do that, and there's not many songs I can do that with. So Saved by Summer
You
at the moment,
always,
I think.
when you improv on your guitar though and add little bits, it always sounds good. And every time you do it, I look at you and I'm like, that was so good. Like, do that all the time. Like on Sunday, you did that, and I was like, why aren't you doing that all the time?
Don't know. It just comes to me there and then. And that's why we need to record these things so I actually can learn to play certain parts. But then I'll have to play those certain parts, and then I can't ad lib them or. Yeah. I like it. It's just
basically
fun.
being forced to follow a script now.
Bollocks to that. Ain't happening. I've got to have a little bit of leash that people can let me off of.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little lead. Yeah. When you get a little bit too far, like, no boy, get back.
Yeah, that's it. we spoke about the words. Even Gemma will know. I will come to like choruses and like I will change who I'm singing it just randomly and hold a note longer, or I'll swap a word out for something funny like connected. I always do that with, so I won't leave it alone just because I get bored otherwise. And then I will fuck it up because I won't be thinking about it. So I need to think about something different.
Oh, wow. Wow. Just fucking ad lib.
No words.
Yeah, might as well.
That's... Yeah, I've got no words to that one, to be honest. I've not heard that one before. So moving on then, what are your thoughts on the music industry as it stands today?
It's a very treacherous landscape. There is, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't every single step of the way. You can make partnerships with the wrong people as easy as you could with the right people, as easy as you could just do it by yourself.
Preach.
It's one of those things. I mean, we went into this with nothing ventured, nothing gained. Protect us and just try everything, and that's the only sort of thing I can really put to it. I mean, we can't sell things for shit because you can stream it so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Why buy, our album for what's it, 9, 10 or £11 off Amazon when you can stream it from YouTube or any other streaming service that you pay for. So when music access is free, how are people supposed to make money? It's just so you're damned if you're doing, damned if you put yourself out there to be heard, then you're too easy to be heard, so no one needs to chase it. So it's a bit of it's a strange one.
It's so hard to make money being in a band. Like, being in a band to me is like more about the music, like about making money. It's so hard to do. Like, even selling merch at the gig we played recently, how many? I think we sold like 2 hats, didn't we?
No, that's 100% increase on what actually happened. We sold one.
We sold one. Like,
sold one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You kind of got me like a little bit there, then, Mike. You said, actually, no, it was a 100% increase on that one. So, yeah, we sold one.
And they're nice as well. I actually got it.
Oh, that is nice. How much?
We tried selling them for 15 quid, being cheeky, but they cost me £8.50 each.
I'll give you 9 quid for one.
No?
I'll give you 9 quid. No, I'm joking. I'll pay 15 quid for that.
They are nice hats. I've got a few of them. Right, well, I've got 14 of them, so I've got 15.
I'll tell you what. I'll get one of those hats soon, and I will wear it on the next, let's say, 2 or 3 episodes that I do. As soon as I get it.
I like this.
Yeah.
We can do this.
We can work something out, can't we, Mark?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bit of advertisement.
Yeah.
Because as everybody knows, I always like to wear a hat on all of my episodes. I mean, today I'm wearing my Shiner hat from Moonshine Bandits. Recently I've been wearing my Assassin's Creed hat quite a lot recently. So I do like to wear a hat every episode, mostly because I can't be arsed fiddling with my hair. It's always
and for people like me, it's a necessity to life.
Yeah, my hair's always a bit of a mess, so don't like to have that out. But no, I do like this hat. I'll take one.
Cool. We'll send you one.
All sorts of them.
So yeah, I think the music industry, like money wise, is really hard to get into, and I'm also finding it really hard to like get gigs at the moment because everybody wants gigs because of lockdown. Trying to find a gig.
Lockdowns, it's now all those bedroom artists who thinks that they're amazing now wants to try and showcase, and it's just like, come on, you're taking up actual fucking slots.
I know. And also the music scene where we live isn't amazing for like pop, for what we do kind of thing. So to get a gig, we have to kind of like venture out of our way a bit, which is fine. But
unless your car breaks down on the way to Brighton.
Yeah.
Or Scotland.
Yeah.
I keep saying that to a lot of people, to a lot of artists and bands that are like from the UK or America or Canada that I talk to, and they go on when they're going on about playing shows. I was like, yeah, well, you could always play up in Scotland. Well, I'm not trying to suggest that I want you guys to come up here to play so I can see. I'm not suggesting that at all. Just take that information how you will.
It's a very long way to come, though.
It's only 500 miles. It's nothing. 8 hours. 8-hour drive.
In a car
9 hours if traffic is bad.
We would. You just do. You tie it in with other things, and you make a weekend of it, or you try to do some sort of mini tour. It's just hard.
Yeah.
So we got to do it.
I definitely get you on that. It is difficult to try and get like stuff booked because obviously, as you mentioned, like everyone is filling up available slots because now like lockdown is kind of starting to finish. Everybody's like, oh no, okay, I want to get back out there, I want to perform, and it's difficult trying to even get anything down and established. And it doesn't help that if you're trying to like book somewhere like in your area and the music scene that you do isn't as great as you mentioned, that's not great either. It's not helpful, but at least it would be something. It'd like to get you that thrill of being back on stage and all that. And I don't know why I'm saying it like that because I'm not an artist. I don't sing. Now I should
try to sing.
Well, I did actually, which I should have mentioned to you guys that you do actually have to give me a music-based challenge at the end of the show, which I probably should have mentioned earlier as a little payback for the whole getting into the difficult part of the interview. Because as everybody knows, Scott from Horn and Hoof Records, he gave me the challenge to lay down a verse, sing, or lay down a rap on an episode, which I did with Natty Snaps from Canada, and he challenged me to a rap battle, which we are getting recorded soon.
Oh my
what other
God.
challenges have I been given so far? I have to eat a California Ghost Chili, Reaper Chili, whatever it is, then sing Aqua Barbaga while my face is on fire with the bassist of that band because he never turned up to the podcast, so it's his punishment as well.
Oh, yes.
We could punish our three.
Yeah. I've got to learn how to play the guitar for someone's next birthday at my household. That's going to be difficult. And my recent one, I've got to do a fear scream or something like that. Like the heavy metal kind of scream. I've got to do one of them.
think the only thing we haven't heard you try and do is beatboxing. Then I think maybe that might be something.
That might be something, beatboxing. But if you want to punish the rest of your band members, then we could get a challenge where we could do it.
Ooh. So you say you love your hair. Can it include your hair?
I guess so. I mean, there's not that much. I'm growing it out at the moment. My missus wants me to do a Viking top knot sort of thing, so she's kind of dared me to do that as a personal thing. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing it with something with my beard as well. Gonna grow it out to like a Viking kind of knot thing. Yeah, but beatboxing, that is interesting. But the challenge can also include the rest of the band members who didn't turn up as a punishment as well, and then we could record it. Because as I have mentioned on my last episodes, everybody, that I am setting up a TikTok channel where all the challenges that I have been given are going to be recorded and uploaded onto that.
I would definitely watch that TikTok channel.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Especially the chili one. I'm not looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it is a little bit. My poor face. So I'll let you think of something whilst we get through the rest of this, and then once we're near the end, you can let me know what the challenge is, and I have to accept it anyway because Scott from Horn and Hoof Records is an arsehole for starting this, so I'm going to accept it anyway. So how do you think that the internet has impacted the music industry then? I know you kind of touched base on it a little bit just there, where you saying that why buy the physical CD where you can just stream it for free. But in other ways, what are your thoughts on the internet with how it's impacted?
Well, to be honest, it has helped it as well, because back years ago, like, I could just tell people I was in a band and you could probably hear like snippets of stuff on MySpace, but now it can be piped to the car as you're driving to work. So it's given us a platform to which we can exist and we can be heard. So for all it's not making monies, or it's got the ability to allow you to be, sort of like seen and heard, which, rough and the smooth, isn't it, really?
Rough and the smooth, yeah, exactly. Kind of a double-edged sword.
Not only the music part, but like online blogging and like vlogging and reviews and stuff. Soon as you type Surviving December into Google, like, we've had quite a few reviews and articles written through magazines as well.
I'm going to challenge that right now. Whilst you're saying that, I'm actually going to load up Google right now and have a look. It would help if I didn't have caps on.
Tips to survive Christmas because it's surviving December.
Yeah.
Surviving December. So actually, no, straight away it's all of your stuff straight away. Actually, it's literally page one.
Finally, we exist.
Yeah, page one on Google search site. Surviving December. Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, your Bandcamp. And there's an article here: Music Existence, Defending Classic Pop Punk with Surviving December.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, there's nothing about surviving Christmas at all. No,
This is good. I'm glad about this, because a few years back, when we weren't really doing much, a few people managed to check into the band because they were having trouble buying Christmas presents, and struggling through December. They actually managed to check into us. I didn't realise they had checked into us, and I was the only one that had access at the time, and no one checked into me, which I'm quite pleased about. But yeah, I got the notification a few years later.
That's actually quite hilarious.
You couldn't make it up though, could you? That's the problem.
No, you couldn't make it up even if you tried.
Not that creative.
But I'm saying nothing to that one. So if there was something about the music industry that you could change and you had the power to do it, what would it be?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a chin scratcher, that, isn't it? through my big bushy
Probably,
beard.
probably make every like if big bands were touring, it would be absolutely imperative that when they go to a smaller like the smaller venues around the country, that they have to have one of the local bands support. It doesn't
Yeah,
happen unless that, because then you're getting an exposure to the right people with the right people, and it's better for making connections.
yeah, I completely agree with you there. There's been so many times I've gone out to see like the live music and bands and all that, and there's been so many times I've gone out to see like live shows with like big names, and the supporting act isn't even a local band that I even heard of, and it's just like, okay, where did you get these guys? And you look into their roster and later, and you're like, they're taking that same support band with them on the rest of the tour. So who are they?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we
I
have
think,
definitely lost Mark.
yeah. I know he has issues with his internet sometimes.
It's all right.
But yeah, I think that's
season.
that was a really, really valid thing to say, to be honest. It's really hard though, because the music industry, like I don't really know enough about it to know what I would change, because like it's so like there's so much that I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm probably the least experienced person in the band, to do with like, because even like our drummer, he was in quite a well-known band down here before he was with us. Oh, he's left. That's a bit rude.
I think he'll come back in. There we
There
go.
he is.
There he is.
Just completely shut down. No reason.
It's all right. We weren't saying anything bad about you.
No.
I would hope you would.
No, we weren't. Well, I have only got three more questions for you before I can let you go on your merry way. So this question that I'm going to ask is quite important in a way that I am actually being deadly serious now. This question is important. If you go on to any other interview, any other podcast, the question that I'm about to ask you would not be is more important than anything that they will ask you. This question is just going to stick with you. You're going to constantly think about it, go, yeah, right, okay, that he was right. That guy was right from a wee touch of madness. That guy is right. That is a very important question. Why does no one else ask it? So I hope you're ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
Of course I do. I sing everywhere.
See, there you go. An important question. No one else will ever ask you something like that, will they?
I literally sing everything and anything. I sing like Incy Wincy Spider. I'll sing like, honestly, because I've got a 2-year-old, so like I'll just anything.
I sing Coco Melon songs because I've got a 2-year-old as well.
Yeah. Bloody Coco Melon. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I get nightmares about Coco Melon.
I feel your pain.
What about you, Mark?
I don't sing in the shower.
I don't believe you.
It's because he has a nice relaxing bath with his candles and his bath salts instead.
Oh, I wish I had the time for that. I'd burn the place down if I tried to. No, it's probably the only place I don't sing anywhere else, yeah, but not the shower.
Because you can't show off your ad-lib skills if you haven't got an audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah, right, okay.
And even if he practiced it, he'd forget it, so...
That's a very good point, yeah. Very good point there. So have you guys had fun doing this with me today?
Yeah,
it's been a good laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed.
And would you like to come back on the show later on?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially make the others feel awkward.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Especially with if you've come up with a challenge, we'll definitely make them feel awkward. Especially when they watch this back and find out what the challenge is, they'll be like, "Oh my fuck, what the fuck's going on?" Because I'm starting to dread it and I don't know what's going on yet.
Or we could just not tell them. We could just not tell them, and then when they come on, they'll be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, no, I have to have the challenge recorded as proof.
They can't watch this then.
They're gonna have to.
Chris will. Chris watches them. Jason probably wouldn't even realise, and I don't know. Ryan might, but I know I know it would make them feel really awkward and want to leave their own skin.
What?
And I would love it. This would be for you to sing to them, but staring them out while you do it, and they have to just sit and watch, almost like romantically in a sense. It will make them feel horrid, and the awkwardness would be just, it'd be gold.
Oh my god! Okay, have you got a song in mind?
Ooh. Well, I really like a love song, I think.
But it could either that or like a lullaby, but something that's like that wouldn't normally be this way, but if sung like it, would really just like, oh no, that's too much to bear kind of thing.
What about
Like,
what about WAP?
Song?
What about WAP?
Romantic song. Wham?
No, is it WAP?
WAP, wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
Wet ass penis or whatever it's called, or I don't know. Wanker anchor penis. I don't know.
Sing that really romantically to them.
I could do that one, but I do have some small amount of dignity left. I don't know if I'm gonna have much before, and plus, to be honest, I never actually listened to that song because I don't listen to mainstream crap.
But
if it has to be a romantic song, I do have a romantic song in mind that I could sing. Tonight on Repeat by the Lax. I could do that one. I love that song. That's one of my favorite romantic songs.
You could give that one a go, or even probably what would be worse would be Tenacious D.
Fuck Her Gently. Yes. That's it.
That is the one.
I think
that's the one.
I think that would just be really good.
That is the one. Right. Okay. Boom. Done. That is the challenge. Challenge there. Right there. Accepted. Right. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sing Tenacious D, Fuck Her Gently, softly and romantically to the rest of the band. And
looking into their eyes.
Looking into their eyes, and they're not allowed to look away. They actually have to stare back. They're not allowed to look back.
Oh, yes.
Done. Okay, I'm doing that challenge. I'm going to get... Okay, yeah, boom. Fucking
you
challenge
accepted. You think too up for this.
I know, because funnily enough, I was actually singing that song the other day. Challenge accepted. I'll do that.
Good.
Right, we'll get the rest of the guys on board at some point near the future, and I will get that recorded. We'll get that recorded with them, and then I'll have that uploaded onto TikTok. But fucking yes, I'm doing that challenge. That's actually a nice challenge. I like that.
Good.
My mouth was hurting from smiling too much.
Oh, wow. Well, everybody, you heard it there. They want to come back on the show. So, as always, every single week, it is exactly the same rules. The most ridiculous, the most messed up, the most fucked up question you can think of, put it down in the comments. Next time we get them on the show, we'll read them out to them. And let's try and actually make these guys feel a little bit more uncomfortable than I did. Might be a bit difficult. You don't think so? You see, it might be a bit difficult.
I don't think they could. I was really nervous.
What were you nervous about?
Because when you were like, this is really serious now, guys. And I was thinking, oh my God, like, what is he going to say? And then you just come out with shit.
Sounded just like my wife there, then. So, again, the most ridiculous question you could think of, put it down in the comments. Next time we get them on, we'll read them out to them. Let's make these guys uncomfortable. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. I can't wait to have you on again soon, and I can't wait to do this challenge with the rest of your band. I really can't wait. I'm actually looking forward to this one. It's a nice challenge. It's not a horrible challenge like I've been given recently. So I'm looking forward to it. So, everybody, this was A Wee Touch of Madness, the video podcast hosted by Madness Records, presented by me, Loz, every single week. We'll be back again next week with some more acts, some more guests, and yeah. Oh, and just a little PSA out there. I have been asked recently why my episodes aren't up on Spotify and Apple and all that yet. That's because I'm trying to hit a certain target. As soon as I hit 250 views or 300 views on any one of my episodes, then I'll have all of my stuff available on Spotify. So if you want it all available so you can listen to anywhere instead of just logging into YouTube just to watch it, let's get those views up. As soon as I hit that goal, it will be available everywhere. So in the meantime, I will catch you all later, and I will catch you all on the next episode. So stay safe, and I'll see you later.